Welcome back to another episode of Bump Around and Find Out What We're Doing in Merida, Mexico. This is your girl Mimi, and I want to get into what it's been like our first Christmas week here in Mexico for us. So let's get into it. It's been a journey. So I'm going to talk about cooking with Roman first. Now, I know to all my moms out there, if you are a cooker, you want your children to be cookers because you want them to be able to feed themselves, because it is important not to give somebody a fish, but to teach them how to fish. And this boy loves to eat. And I say loves to eat. He's always asking for something to eat. So it's really important that he be able to cook his own meals. So tonight I'm whipping up spaghetti, and which hence is why he's cooking his own thing, because he despises spaghetti but loves hamburgers and pizza. So you explain that to me. But anywho, I knew he wouldn't want it. Rather than dealing with the pouty face and the bad energy, I said, come cook you something to eat. But now it's Christmas Eve. Now, River is on the spectrum, so he sometimes get happy fingers, and people ask me what these mean. It just means he has a lot of energy flowing through his body. Merry Christmas Eve, y'all. Welcome to another episode of Bump Around and Find Out What We're Doing. This is our first Christmas in Merida, Mexico. And we are getting ready to go play kickball. It is the what is that? The second annual kickball kickoff event, something like that. Mommy. And we've been invited, so we are going. And I'm going to bring you with us. So see you at the game. We're with Mary Misadventure's family. It's about a 7-minute ride from where we stay, and the kids are piling out because we've made it to the park, and now it is time to play with the kids. All right, so we are at the kickball event. So we just got here. Let's see what this is looking like. Now, I did, let's say, about 80% want to play a game of kickball, but in true mama gotta get it done fashion, and I'm not gonna let River be somewhere where I can't see him, because he can become very curious and do things that can be dangerous to his life. I was on kid duty because they wanted to play at the playground. They didn't want to play kickball, which is understandable because there were not a lot of children playing in the game. So this was me trying to show River how to swing on these monkey bars. Now, I can't do this anymore. I used to do this as a kid. I promise you, the older you get, or at least for myself, it seemed like some of the abilities I had just no longer exist. But then Roma's over here like, Mom, let me show you how to get this done. And I was like, what are you doing with your feet? But he was just having a good time. And we spent the kickball game was from 6 to 8. Yeah, 6 to 8. And we got there about 6:30-ish. And that entire time, I was on the playground with the kids pretty much. So we did some seesawing and going back and forth, and they really enjoyed themselves. So that was the highlight. That's the first time we've spent a Christmas Eve like this. We've never had a Christmas Eve like this where we were just outside playing as a family, having a good time, being active. So this was new for us, and I was really grateful for that, because a lot of my Christmas Eves have been wrapped around getting gifts and preparing food instead of just spending that time together. So then River was like, Mom, ride this seesaw with me. Now this seesaw tore my up because it was just metal. So I was like, son, let's get Nina over here. She wants to ride the seesaw. And so I swapped out and let them do that thing because, my body is soft. So I'm just like, I can't be sitting on this metal like this. So let's just get up. And then they were like, oh, it's another playground over there. Let's go over there, Mom. So we ran over to the next playground, which was just in the same park, just down to the other side. And they were playing in the dirt, the nasty dirt. And River was like, Mom, I'm going to start a fire. So he was rubbing sticks together, trying to make him a fire. And I said, okay, baby, you do that. But now it's time for the kickball games to go live. So I was not aware that there was a color scheme that you needed to wear, either a black shirt or a white shirt, and that shirt color determined what team you would be on. I guess it's a good thing people, or either maybe they all bought one of each. I don't know. We weren't aware of the dress code, so we just showed up in what we had on. You see, I had on purple, Ron had on blue, Roman had on rainbow. So, we were just out here. Roman was adamant about he wanted to play kickball. He didn't care that there weren't any other kids really playing. He was like, put me in the game. I want to play. And I'll give it to him. Like, he really got out there and showed up. I don't know if he's ever played kickball before this, other than maybe I know he hasn't, like, in a league or anything, but of course maybe at school. But I mean, the boy was good. He was kicking, he was catching. I mean, he was getting grown folks out of the game. I was like, go Roman, go Roman, because we all want to cheer for our kids, because because some sports I've seen him do, and I'm just like, okay, baby, I don't like just coming to watch the other people's kids play. That's all I'm going to say. But not in a demeaning way. It's just like, if I'm coming to see you play, I want to see you play. So it's good to see him actually play the game. And he was on, I don't remember what color team he was on, but whatever team he was on. The first game, they blew out the other team. Then the second game, they lost by, I think, about 3 points. And Ron would like to attribute the win of the other team to partly himself for showing up and getting on the team, because he didn't play the first game. He decided, I'm going to hop in on the second game because this is ridiculous how y'all just demolished this other team. And so he got in there, and between all of them, they made it happen, and they were able to take away a win. So everybody walked away 1-1. And it was a great event. This was a Christmas Eve to remember. I said, I know Roman will be talking about how he caught that fly ball, jumped up looking like an NFL receiver. And just caught that kickball mid-air. I was like, you go, boy. And it was fun. When I say this Christmas Eve was definitely special to us, it was special because we were someplace new. But most importantly, we were spending with our children, making memories that we'll never be able to replace or buy. So I want to know what you did for Christmas Eve. Drop it in the comments. Did you do something different? And if you didn't, what about next Christmas Eve? Next Christmas Eve, will you be somewhere different, or will you start a new tradition other than the let's eat and sit by a tree and open up gifts and haven't spent and bought things that we don't need or really even want to receive? So now that I'm off that soapbox, I just want to say that it means a lot. Like, this is something we've talked about for years, taking our family outside of the U.S. and at so many points, it seemed impossible. It did not seem like it was going to happen for us. So what I want you to know is that it can totally happen for you, regardless of what is in front of you. Just believe and do it. Figure out why you want to do it. And as long as your why is big enough, all the other crap will not even freaking matter. Now, I remember climbing trees in my grandma's yard when I was young, so it was nice to see the kids doing that. And then I looked over and saw a taqueria, the one that sits like in front of people's homes. So if you haven't seen one, this is what it looks like. Like, this will be their house, and in the front of their house, there will be a little restaurant where you can eat. And she had some business. But it's Christmas Day, so let's get to it. It's time to get the tree up. So Nanny sent the tree for us, and if you didn't know, we made ornaments out of paper towel rolls and the angel out of a paper towel roll and toilet paper roll. Ornaments out of toilet paper roll and an angel out of a paper towel roll and toilet paper roll, paper, an Uber Eats bag, glue, scissors, some paint. So all in all, for our ornaments, we bought a pack of ornaments from Walmart, which was $10, and then we used the toilet paper rolls that we've been saving since we moved in. And I bought 3 colors of paint. They were $1 each, so that's $3. So now we're at $13. And then I bought glue. That was $1, $14. So all in all, we decorated our tree for about $15. Even the tree skirt was made of paper. I ended up just taping some paper in a circular motion and splattering paint on that. And that's what we did. And one of the things that made the ornaments that we made really, really special for the kids, not only did we get to spend that time crafting, but we also wrote the names of family members and friends that we would love to spend this time with that we wouldn't be able to since they were away. And it really just, every time you look at the tree and you see someone's name that you love, it really does something to your heart. Hey guys, Feliz Navidad. Happy Wednesday, Merry Christmas, whatever you want to say on this Wednesday, December 25th of 2024. We are out here in Merida, Mexico. It is a beautiful morning. It is about 10:15 a.m. and we are going to Walmart to let the kiddos pick up a few things. They have a spending plan or limit of 2,000 pesos, of which they get to shop on their own. That is how we are doing things. We are not doing SANTA because we are SANTA, so we're getting them away from believing in that and worshiping that. But it is like a ghost town here. I mean, very few people on the street. Peaceful morning. 3 hours later. We are done with Walmart finally. We got in there. The first thing we did was we did give the kids a spending plan for Christmas this year, opposed to putting things under the tree. And so they got to do their shopping, and so they took their time doing it. And then my family and the Mary Mrs. Ventures family, we did like a Christmas swap dinner. And so this is the vegetable lasagna that Becca made, and it was so good. I mean, we ate that whole bowl in that night, ate the whole thing. And Ron FaceTimed the kids. And now it's time to go shopping at La Isla. So we hopped in the car with Cam, and Ron and him were up front talking as we rode to La Isla Mall here in Merida, Mexico. We've never been, so I'm kind of excited to see the mall. But the whole purpose of going is the guys have a photo shoot and a video shoot and all types of promo stuff they're doing today. And they need looks. So we got to go get these looks together so whatever they're doing can be fly. Now, we parked in the underground garage, and I don't know what they oil these streets with, but I promise you it sounded like we were on bumper cars. And Cam was just having fun. He was just skirp, skirp. But anyway, here we go. Going to H&M, and we're going to find the guy something to wear. They ended up pulling off like everybody having on a piece of navy. And I mean, they all looked very handsome. It was so great. I can't wait to see the final project. We saw some snippets of what they did. And I mean, it looks good. I mean, it's like, whoa, y'all really pulled that off. We spent probably about 40 minutes in H&M just looking for like bottoms and tops. And their top selection was trash. So, but I mean, it looks like H&M in the United States. I mean, nothing too off. The price points were probably about the same, I would say. I don't know. I haven't been to H&M probably though in like 2 to 3 years, so I can't even really speak to that. So you let me know. Ron got some like navy slim fit slacks, and they were about I think they were 38 or 30 something bucks. Like, yeah, they were in the 30. I think they were $38. But we couldn't find him a shirt. The shirt we picked out was too tight, so we went over to Liverpool and then to Coppel. I'm not even sure if that's how you say it, Coppel. Coppel. It's got a yellow and blue color theme or whatever. I don't know. When I went in, it kind of was giving me like a Dickies, like a Dick's Sporting Goods married a Dillard's. Or maybe Sears, something like that. I don't know. It just kind of gave me that type of vibe. If you can get what I'm saying. It's almost like you want to dress up, but you want to be a hunter type vibe. I don't know, but that's what I got. Liverpool, you had all types of brands in there. The first shirt that we came across that we liked, it was like $13.99, and I was like, what? No, because like $60 for a shirt. We're like, who's doing that? Or $700, like $70, I don't know. Whatever it is, I'm like, it don't make sense. We're not doing that. Let's keep looking. So then I found an option that was like $4.99. Ron didn't like that. That's when we headed over to Coppel. So here we go. That's us going in here. Now, Coppel did have a little bit of everything. You can get your cell phones. You could get games. You could get blazers, jeans, shirts. You could get a moped. I didn't even walk to the back of the store. I just stayed in the front half because that's what we needed. But we were able to find Ron a shirt, and Cass was able to find him some pants. And everybody, at this point, the looks are complete. They're ready to get to business and head to the photo shoots. So while the guys are going to be gone, the wives and the kids are going to hang out. So I just learned that Becca's on the way with the kids. So we're like, okay, so we're going to just, smash out at the mall for a while. Fine. But River saw the dinosaur exhibit. Now, when we came up, it was closed. And we said, oh, it's closed, baby. You can't ride. And then as soon as we come out, there are 2 people riding a dinosaur by us. So naturally, at this point, he's like, it's time to ride the dinosaur, Mom. Now, his birthday is in 3 days. So it's like, why not? Let's let this baby live. So he is riding a dinosaur, and this dinosaur is actually going pretty fast, and he's cranking it back like he's on a bike, like he's a biker boy, like he know what he's doing, but his daddy was a biker, so maybe it's just in his blood. I mean, and he did really good controlling until like towards the end. Then he started getting a little reckless, and we was like, okay, let's turn it in. We turned it in with 6 minutes left to spare. But the kids are here. So we went out back where they could play. Here we're in the back of La Isla Mall where there's some water sport activities, some zip lining. This is the side where the Brazilian steakhouse is, which I really want to try. But it started to get hot because it was like 90 degrees. So we took the kids back inside and just admired some of the Christmas festivities. They wanted to take pictures in front of the gingerbread setup, so we did that. And then we got some water. And then we saw the telltale bear, and they were like, I want to take a picture and hug him, and they did that for a while. You know the sign, last week we were here, the federales told us do not go on the grass.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Yeah. He said do not. Like he came over, told us to make sure we stop the kids from doing it. Yeah. And literally as he said it, Roman was running across the grass with a pack of kids. He's a... We are out on the town. We thought it wasn't going to happen because it was raining. But then we got word that it wasn't raining here at the park. So we're at the park with the Merry Misadventures family. And I'm looking forward to getting a mojito. Yum, yum, yum. Delicioso. But we gotta walk all the way up because there's no walking on the grass. So we are approaching our 60-day mark of being here in Merida, at which I think Ron and I will sit down and talk about how we feel having spent 60 days here, and or it'll just be myself. But stay tuned. So let's go see what the night brings. Now, if you look closely, you can see the smoke in the sky from the fireworks that happened again tonight. We were good with that. But all in all, it was a great day. It's been a great past few days, and our first Christmas in Mexico has not been what we expected, but has been great. I don't know if I had any expectations for it, but I'd like to thank you for swinging by and tuning in. Please like, subscribe, comment below, share this with your family and friends, and even those you don't like, anybody that could use this. And I want you to know you can move abroad too, and I will see you next time on Bump Around to find out what we're doing in Merida, Mexico. This is Mimi saying peace.